Morning children, I hope class 6 children are watching this video. So you are again welcome in Agrawal Academy e-learning, and today we are going to learn a new topic, and that is number system. And those who have watched first video, we had started number system, and in that we had learned many things, but today we are going to learn few more things. Just you see, international system of numeration, because already in previous class it was done national system of numeration or Indian system of numeration. It is also said Hindu-Arabic system of numeration. Solved examples of word problems will go through, and few questions will take from exercise 1C also. Word problems are there that we will take. So just we'll start now. Before starting, if you remember, many things we had discussed last time in first video. So here you see, we had, here you see, international system of numeration. This was required to be discussed. We had not discussed. Again I will discuss today. Here you see in chart how we prepare. So if you remember, in national system what we had, and in international system what is the method to be written. Here you see, these all are called periods: ones, thousands, millions and billions. These all are called periods. In Indian system what we had? Ones, thousands, lakhs, crores, if you remember. Here we take, and one more thing was there, in Indian system ones was same. In thousands we had only 1,000 and 10,000. Then we start in Indian system lakhs and 10 lakhs. Then crores and 10 crores. But here in international system what we have? In thousands we have 3 digits: thousands, 10,000s and 100,000s. In millions we have millions, 10 millions and 100 millions. And in billions we have again billions, 10 millions and 100 billions. Like that we write in international system. So we will discuss again. So here you see, already this exercise I have told you to solve. We will discuss today solved examples. Right? To solve examples, you see, first question you have, which is greater, this number or this? So you should be able to read this number first, then only you can compare. So just we will read together how this number can be read. Here you see, start with ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. So this is what? 98 lakh and 97,000 and 686. Right? This number you see, ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs and crore. So this is what? How to write? 2 crore, 45 lakh, then 76,000 and 830. So when we compare numbers, what we do, from left side we see digits, right? And place value, we must know the place value of the numbers. So here you see first digit, you see in this number. In first digit in this number, the place value of 2 is what? 2 crore. The place value of 9 here is what? 90 lakh. So which one is greater? Crore is greater, 2 crore. So obviously 2 crore 45 lakh 76,813 will be greater than 98 lakh 97,686. Isn't it? Next you see, let us arrange. See, they have arranged also. So in this form it can be arranged. This chart you can prepare and it can be arranged. So clearly it can be seen. Here you see, which is greater, this number or this. So simply chart they have made and there they have written. So here you see in these two numbers, 9 crore and 9 crore. First digit you have both same. Second digit you see here 6 lakhs and 6 lakh means 60 lakhs. This is in 10 lakhs place. So 60 lakh and 60 lakh. Here 8 and 7. So what number, if you are reading this number, how will you read? 9 crore 68 lakhs 50,374. So what you saw here, this is 68 lakh. In next number you have 9 crore 67 lakh, isn't it? 21,895. So it is very much clear that first number is greater than the second number. Got it? So in this way chart also can be made and number can be written, and you will know, you can find out which number is greater or smaller, but you need to know the place value of the number, and you should start from left side. Right? Left side you start, you see if both the numbers are equal, then move to second digit. Then second also are equal, move to next digit. And if this also would be equal, we would have moved to next digit. And up to here you come. Then you compare. Have you understood? Okay. Next you see, arrange the following numbers in ascending order. What is required to be done? Only we need to find out the numbers which is smaller and which is bigger. So in ascending order when we write, we start writing numbers from smallest to biggest. So chart you prepare, you write down, then you find out which one the smallest one, and then you move to the biggest and can be arranged. So likewise many other questions are there, you go through properly. And exercise 1B, I think you will be able to do yourself. You try to do. Then we will come in word problems on number operations. Here you see first question. A businessman, first of all, you need to read the question properly and you should be able to understand question. See, questions are not difficult. Only operations are there. What operation would be there? Either addition or subtraction or multiplication or division, that much. Only you need to understand the questions and you need to know how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply and how to divide. But if you are not understanding question, you will not be able to solve the question. A businessman earned this much rupees in year 2014. How much rupees? You read this: 1, tens, thousand, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. So this is 36 lakh 48,970 rupees he earned in 2014. Next year his earning was increased by this much rupees. How much rupees? Ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, lakh. Means 9,56,880 rupees has been increased in next year. What was his earning in the year 2015? So suppose if you are taking very simple example for understanding. Suppose in 2014 if his earning was 10 rupees. In 2014 his earning was how much? 10 rupees. And in 2015 5 rupees has been increased. 5 rupees has been increased. So in 2015 what income he would be having? He would be having 10 plus 5. It means 15 rupees. So in the same way we will try to solve this. You see, earning of the man in the year 2014 was 36,48,970 rupees. Increase in earning during next year is 9,56,880 rupees. So man's earning in the year 2015 would be, just you add these numbers, you will get 46,05,850 rupees. This in number chart if you are writing, like this way it can be written, so that easily you can read the number and can be solved. Okay. Next you see, a survey shows that the population of Andhra Pradesh is this much, that of Karnataka is this, and that of Kerala is this. What is the total population of these three states? So what you need to do, if suppose very simple numbers would be there, smaller numbers would be there. If the population of Andhra Pradesh is 100, population of Karnataka is 200, and Kerala of 300. So what you would do? Only you would add to find three states population, 100, 200 and 300. The same thing is required to be done. Numbers are bigger, so just number you write down properly, or it will be better in number chart you prepare and you write down, and then you add all three numbers and you will get the answer. So what is important? You need to understand the question. It will be very easily can be solved. The difference between two numbers is this. If the smaller number is this, find the greater number. So easy question is there, only number is different. Suppose it's the same question would be with smaller number. The difference between two numbers is, suppose 5. The difference between two numbers, suppose any two numbers you have, one number minus the second number, difference what we got? 5. The difference between two numbers is this. If the smaller number is this, suppose smaller number is 2, smaller number is 2, then what would be the bigger number? Greater one. How will you find out? Which number we should write? So that in that number if you are subtracting 2, you will get 5. So what you need to do? Just you need to add these numbers. 5 plus 2, so you will get 7. So when you are writing 7 here, this is the greater number, the smaller number 2 is getting subtracted, then you will get 5. The same thing is required to be done over here. Only numbers has been changed. The difference between two numbers is this. If the smaller number is this much, find the greater number. Just what you need to do, add both the numbers, you will get the answer. But you need to understand the concept, why it is required to be added, why it is not required to be subtracted. That you need to understand. Okay. So in the same way other questions are there. Here you see, the cost of steel almirah is 22,875 rupees. What is the cost of 465 such almirahs? So one almirah cost this much. So what is the cost of this much almirah? What you need to do? You need to multiply the numbers. Right? So just you multiply, you will get the answer. So in the same way, you just go through all the examples and try to solve in your copy yourself. If you are solving these numbers, definitely in exercise whatever questions are there, it will be very easy to solve. So till you are not, this is only for you. Always one thing you remember, these examples have been made for students to learn. So it is better before starting exercise, it is required to be solved all the questions in your copy. So you start solving all the questions, each and every question you solve. First you try to solve yourself, then you, if you suppose you are not able to solve, then you can take help. Then we will come in exercise. In exercise also similar questions are there in 1C. So you will try to solve all the questions yourself. Few questions I am going to discuss now, just you see. Then you try to solve all the questions yourself. If problems will be there, try again and again, see the video, see the example, and then you try to solve. Only one thing you remember, if you are understanding question, there will be no difficulty in solving questions. So we'll see some examples from this exercise, some questions we have taken. And before that again already you have understood, but then also if you need, it can be discussed. International system of numeration. Here what we write ones. In ones we write ones, tens, hundreds. In thousands we write thousand, 10,000, 100,000. Millions we write million, 10 million, 100 million, and billions we write billion, 10 million, and 100 billion. If any number is there, how do we write? Here. See, in Indian system what we have, these ones are same in both the systems. And after that, after 2 digits, we put comma in Indian system. But in international system, after every 3 digits we put commas. Right? Suppose you start from here. So after every 3 digits we put comma in international system. How do we read? Here you see ones, tens, hundred. Then what starts? 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. In Indian system what we were doing? Ones, 100, ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh. But in international system, lakh is not there. What is there? Ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So 1 lakh if you are saying in national system or Indian system, in international system that is what? 100,000. Then after 100,000, what starts? Million, million, 10 million and 100 million. Then billion, 10 million and 100 billion. So when you will read this number, how will you read? 235 billions, 679 millions, 323 thousands and 212. So like that we read. In Indian system, after this ones period, we take numbers every 2 digits. Of every 2 digits. Here we take up 3 digits. Got it? So in this way, any number you write, you practice yourself, write the numbers, try to read, even you try to compare with national system. The same number, if it will be written in Indian system, value will be the same, but how we will read that in Indian system, that you need to know. So for that, practice is needed. Exercise 1, question number 1. Here you see, the number of persons who visited the holy shrine of Mata Vaishno Devi during last 2 consecutive years was this much and this much respectively. Means 2 continuously consecutive years. Consecutive means continuously. Suppose 2020 and 2021. 2019 and 2020. It means continuously they are going. Consecutive years. In 2 consecutive years they went Vaishno Devi and the numbers were this and this respectively. How many persons visited the shrine during those 2 years? So during these 2 years, how many people visited over there? You need to find out. Right? So what is needed to be done? We need to add the numbers. So how we will write? You see, in first year, number of visitors was how much? 1, 3, 7, 8, 9, 5, 0, 9. How we will read this? Ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore. So 1 crore, 37 lakh, 89,509. And in second year, number of visitors were how much? 1, 2, 9, 7, 6, 4, 9, 8. It means 1 crore 29 lakh 76,498. So total number of visitors. Total number of visitors in these consecutive years will be how much? Just you add this number. So 9 and 8. 9 and 8, 17. 7 you will write. 1 in hand. You see, 1 and 9, 10. Again 1 in hand. 5 and 4, 9. And 1, 10, 0. And again 1 in hand. 1 and 9, 10. 10 and 6, 16. Again 1 in hand. 8 and 7. 15 and 1, 16. 1 in hand. 7 and 1, 8. 8 and 9, 17. 1 in hand. 1 and 3, 4. 4 and 2, 6. And this became 2. So number of visitors in consecutive these 2 years would be 2,67 lakh 66,007. So how to write answer? Here you will write hence. How questions have been asked, you see. How many persons visited the shrine during those 2 years? So here you will write hence the number of visitors visited in these 2 consecutive years are 2,67 lakh 66,007. This will be your answer. So likewise, you need to write statements and you need to do calculation, and lastly, in proper way, answer also is required to be written. Till you are not writing these statements, this is not complete, this is incomplete. Only calculations will not work. So, in proper way, you need to write also all the things. Okay, we'll move to next question. The total population of a city is this. If the number of males is this much, find the number of females in the city. So easy question it is. How we will solve, you see. Suppose, if the same question would be, the total population of a city is 100. And if the number of males is, suppose 60. So what will be the number of females in the city? Just we need to subtract this number and you will get. So this will be 40. This will be your answer. So in the same way you can do this. So how we will do? You see. You see, the total population of a city. The total population of a city is equal to how much? 2875630 ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh and crore, 2,87,56,304. And among them, how many are males? Number of males is equal to 1,69,87,000 and 59. So you need to find out number of females. So you need to subtract the number. Just you subtract 14 minus 9. So it is better you subtract yourself. It is very easy. I think you should be able to subtract this number. So you subtract this number and you get the answer. And then you will write hence the number of females in the city is this much. Here you will write the answer. Okay, we will move to next question. The cost of chair is 1,485 rupees. How much will 469 such chairs cost? So how we will solve? How we will write this? The cost of one chair is 1485 rupees. How much will 469 such chairs cost? So what you will write? Therefore, the cost of 469 such chairs will be 1485 into 469. Just you need to multiply these numbers and you will get the answer. So here you see 1485 and 469. I think in class 6 multiplication is not required to be told how it to be multiplied. So you should be able to multiply yourself. Can be done. So just you multiply these numbers. Whatever number you will get, that will be your answer. Next you will see, from a cloth 5 meter long, a piece of 2 meter 85 centimeter is cut off. What is the length of the remaining piece? Here you see 5 meter long cloth was there, and out of that 2 meter 85 has been cut off, right? So how you write? The total length of the cloth is equal to 5 meter. 5 meter, and in centimeter it has been written 5 meter. Only if you are writing, you need to subtract. So in proper way that will be required to be written and to be subtracted. Okay, just only you write 5 meter, and then a piece of 2 meter 85 centimeter is cut off. Piece of cloth cut off of length, how much? 2 meter and 85 centimeter. So what will be the remaining length of the remaining piece? Therefore, length of the remaining piece will be equal to, how will do? 5 meter, here you write meter and centimeter. Meter and 0 centimeter you have, and you need to subtract 2 meter and 85 centimeter. You subtract this. 10 minus 5 5, 9 minus 8 1, and 4 minus 2 2. So 2 meter and 15 centimeter is the length of the remaining cloth. So here you will write, hence yourself you write, hence the length of the remaining piece is 2 meter 15 centimeter. How was this question? Simply you try to understand. You see, suppose you had this was 5 meter, and suppose this is 2 meter and 85 centimeter has been cut off. So this is length you need to find out. So from 5 meter if you are subtracting 2 meter 85 centimeter, you will get the answer. So how we subtract? You saw, likewise you subtract and find out. So you go through the question, and similar question if it is there, likewise you solve. Okay. Next we have a rope of length 10 meter has been divided into 8 pieces of the same length. What is the length of each piece? A rope of length 10 meters. Suppose this is 10 meter, and that has been divided into 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 pieces we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. Got it? So what is the length of each piece? So length of this piece, each piece you have to find out. So what you need to do, in 8 pieces, this cloth has been divided. So length of each pieces would be how much? 10 divided by 8. So you divide that. How will you divide? 10 meter divided by 8. 8 1 yeah 8. 2 you will be having. We will put decimal over here. 0. 8 2 ja 16. 10 minus 6 4. 1 minus 1 0. So again we will put 1 0. And 8 5 ja 40. So you got this. Each pieces would be 1 meter 25 centimeter. So here write hence the length of each pieces of the cloth will be 1 meter 25 centimeter. So in this way you try to solve. So rest all the questions. I hope if these examples you will go through properly what I have explained. If you will go through properly, solve examples, you will solve yourself. I don't think any questions will be remaining in this exercise which you will not be able to solve. So next day we will discuss next topic. Till then, thank you.